Well, today I thought I would hit pause. That's probably a better idea. Hit record on this video because it's real. I am frozen right now. I don't have a lot of creative juices flowing, and I was talking myself out of even doing a video because I feel kind of stuck. So I piddled around in my house a little bit. My house right there, school bus home. And I did a little stuff on the iPad for a client, and a pattern interrupt happened. I was drawing on my iPad and I felt this little tickle. I wasn't wearing this long sleeve shirt, but I felt this little tickle on my arm. And I looked down. It was a tick crawling up my arm. So yeah, I jumped up out of the couch and I went over to the bathroom, and we have this old candle that can't be lit anymore really, but it's still there because I think there's a little bit of a smell that it gives off, and just by being there. And so I dumped the tick into there to give myself time to find a match, and it crawled out, but it didn't crawl all the way out, so then I got it finally. But this video is not about the tick. It's about getting off my couch to do something creative and not feeling it still. But so I got off the couch, took care of the tick, thought, well, maybe I can work on another project and maybe that will help like jumpstart the flow. So I spray painted this stuff that we're going to use to cover wires in our bathroom. And then I decided to go ahead and come in the art bus while that's drying. I turned on the lights and I've been looking at things to, looking at my art supplies, move my brushes over here just to kind of like stare at them. If this relates to you at all, let me know. I'm just kind of grasping right now to find my creative juices. So I grabbed the notebook because I don't want to go back in my house. My kitty's in there and he's resting, and if I wake him up, he'll be like, hey, let's do some stuff. And then I will definitely not do creative things. So I grabbed this little notebook. The only pen I can find in here is this red Sharpie. So I went looking for another pen and I found another red Sharpie. So at that point, I was like, well, I guess it's a red Sharpie that I'm making notes with. What am I making notes about? That's a great question. I don't know. I'm just kind of trusting the process here. I have this little notebook and it's blank, and my original idea was maybe make some notes about things that I really love creating. I think if I make some notes on that, then maybe that will help me. I think my brain, I know my brain gets overwhelmed, and then I overthink everything and I end up frozen like I am right now. So I'm trying an exercise of just putting myself in a place of putting myself in a place that I created to create. And I'm open to feeling the good energy and the good vibes in here, and just seeing what happens. Maybe nothing will happen today, but I just need to work through whatever it is. It's a lot. May is not my favorite month. My mom and dad's birthdays are both in May, a day apart at the end of this month. Mother's Day is always bittersweet for me. My mom died when I was 20. And some years it's worse than others. Some years it doesn't even bother me. And some years it really bothers me. I think that, all of those things combined with the fact that I don't really know how to create art and make money. I want to create art for creating art's sake. I don't want to create art to make money. But the reality is you have to have funds to exist. And my husband is working to kind of take care of our everyday needs. And I have the freedom to do whatever I want within financial reason and mental reason. Yeah, so I can be as creative as I want to be. The problem is when I start thinking about ways to make money with art, I start to withdraw into, I don't want to do that. I want to just create art. So I think one of my ideas today was to come in here, see what I could get into, and possibly even just to begin a plan on how I'm going to make money and make art. Originally, my idea was to monetize this channel, and that's still very much at the top, because that would allow me to make whatever I want and make money. So I'm not making art for people, I'm making art for myself, but I'm videoing it, and then in turn, eventually my channel will be monetized and I would be making money creating whatever I want to create. So that's still very much at top of mind, and I have been kind of sitting with the idea of what other things I could do to create a little bit of an income. I do commissions, which I enjoy, and those are all on the iPad. And so maybe I can get a list together of some other things that I would enjoy. So if I could blend, doing this YouTube channel by creating things that I just want to create and explore and just have fun with. And then if I could add to that maybe a short list or even just one thing that I could kind of focus on that I enjoy, even though it's for an income, then I could maybe find that balance of creating for income versus creating for the joy of creating. So some of the things I'm thinking about, let me get my pen out here. Something that's been at the top of my mind for a while is stickers. So stickers is an idea. When it comes to stickers, I can create a design and get it printed and then have a bunch of stickers, maybe like bundles. I was thinking of having sticker bundles. The con, I feel, is that I'm going to have to order a bunch of stickers. So I'm going to spend a lot of money to get some inventory. But maybe I can just work on like an initial bundle of like 4 or 5 stickers and then get like 25 of each so that I can have, or 25 bundles is what I'm trying to say, to start with. The other downside is I have to mail them. So people would have to order the bundle and then I would have to mail the bundle, which means I'd have to make a routine of going to town, which means I would have to rely on other people because currently we don't want to drive this bus around town because we need to do some brake work on it. The plus side of doing stickers is, I have a lot of ideas already and I could just get going on it. So stickers is an idea. So I also have tried in the past very casually print on demand. Print on demand would be where I take my design and then I put it on a shirt or a mug or a flag or a phone case or whatever the thing may be. And then I don't have to keep an inventory. You can buy the item, one at a time, and the company will print it and then you will receive the item. So plus side of that is that I don't have to carry any inventory. The negatives are I don't get to keep all the profits. I have to share it with a print company. That's not really a bad deal. But also my items would have to be more expensive because I would have to be able to have a profit for myself and pay the print company. So print on demand is something I've tried in the past. I didn't enjoy it that much, so I'm wondering if I should not really have that on the list, but I'm going to put it here so that I can have a list to work off of. Okay, so I just wrote illustrations prints. That is a real good possibility. I do enjoy illustrating, and I could illustrate and make prints of those and then have those available online for people to purchase. So that is an idea that I really like. It appeals to me. I wouldn't have to work with a print-on-demand company. I would have to ship things out. But along that line, you know, if I develop a routine or a schedule, then maybe that would be okay. Okay, so I just wrote classes and courses. My idea there is I've already started working on a course. It's creating handmade children's books for your grandkids or, you know, children that are special to you. If you have godchildren or you are an aunt or an uncle, or if you're a grandma. I have 3 grandchildren and I don't live near them, so I enjoyed creating some children's books for them and I sent them in the mail. And I think that'd be fun. I did start recording that to help other women like me be able to connect with their grandchildren if they're long distance, or maybe they don't have like a super close relationship with their kids or their grandkids. And so this is a way for them to kind of connect. So I did start that, and that is something that I feel passionate about. And so that might be something that I could do in addition. You know, I probably would do that in addition to other things, because that would be something that would be there available for people to take whenever they want. Once the whole course is completed, then, you know, it would just be there and it would be available for people, and maybe we could do a group or something and, you know, stay in touch about what we're creating. So yeah, that's probably at the top of the list of things that I could do. And that I would enjoy. So yeah, I have 4 things right now. I have stickers, print on demand, illustration prints, and classes and courses. What do you guys think? Do you have any other ideas for me? I think this is a solid list to start with. I think I can't do them all. There's too many things. But if I can narrow it down to 1 or 2 that I really feel like I want to be passionate about whatever it is, because I don't want to lose the steam of going with it, you know? So this is just a step in the process of figuring that out. This isn't really a how-to or, you know, what I did to make $50,000 with my art type video. This is, you know, Nat trying to figure out how to create an income stream by doing something she loves. And so, yeah, let me know in the comments which one you would choose. Stickers, print on demand, illustrating with, you know, having prints available, or classes and courses. It could be a combination of these. I think I'm going to pick 2 and try to flesh out, you know, my ideas on how I can get started with that on a very little budget, but also, you know, with a lot of motivation and drive to get an income stream going in. We make enough money to live, but we don't currently make enough money to accomplish some of the goals and dreams we have. So this would be a way for me to supplement my income while I continue to grow and monetize this channel. So yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts below, and I know that, you know, we didn't go outside and do a lot of things on the video, but I just needed to have a heart-to-heart and, you know, kind of get out some of these thoughts from my brain. And, you know, a lot of you guys have been with me from the beginning, and you're part of the community, and I'm interested in your thoughts and how you feel and what you think. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. If you haven't, I hope that you'll consider liking the video. It doesn't cost a thing and it really helps my channel out. And we'll see you next week.